Finally, here's something to wrap your Monday with. Not very cheerful, I'm afraid, but definitely worth your time and attention. I'll begin with a question. What is the leading cause of death in our world? Not guns or tanks, not wars or famines. It's heart disease. It killed over 20 million people in 2021. And this is the global data. If you look country-wise, some are worse off than the others. Like Russia. Here, heart disease accounted for 46% of the deaths. In India, the figure was 28%. In the US, 20%. But overall, every country has ailing hearts, and their numbers are going up. We're talking about a 60% jump in the last 3 decades. If that sounds bad, wait for what's coming next. 80% of all cases of cardiovascular disease are preventable. So why aren't we doing something about it? Our next report tells you. This is the human heart. It is our most important muscle, also the strongest one. It is only the size of our fist, but it pumps about 5 liters of blood through our system every minute. That's over 7,000 liters per day. Quite the workload, right? That's why the heart takes a beating over its lifetime. And if we don't treat it right, or if it suffers from a pre-existing problem, it can grow even weaker. Over time, the heart's functions become compromised, and this is known as cardiovascular disease. It is the leading cause of deaths in the world. In 2021, more than 20 million people worldwide died due to heart disease. In 1990, the number was a little over 12 million. That's an increase of 60% globally within a span of about 3 decades. So this is clearly a global problem, but the numbers are different for different parts of the world. For example, Russia is one of the worst hit. 46% of its deaths are due to heart diseases. In Europe, the number is a little over 36%. In Southeast Asia, heart disease kills 4 million people every year. That's nearly 1/3 of all their deaths. What about India? Here, heart disease accounts for more than 28% of all deaths. And in the US, 1 out of every 5 people die due to cardiovascular problems. In the next 30 odd years, these cases could jump by 30%. And the increase in deaths by heart problems is a growing fear globally. The question is why? Cardiovascular diseases are more common among adults than in younger people. And the world is aging. By 2050, 1 in 6 people in the world will be over 65 years of age. That's nearly double the number of aged people today. So heart diseases have more people to prey on. Also think about the conditions behind the risk of heart disease, like high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity. All of these are on the rise. Worldwide, obesity has nearly tripled since 1975, and diabetes has quadrupled. Also, let's not forget smoking. It increases the risk of heart disease by about 4 times, and over 22% of the population uses tobacco. All of these conditions are often developed at a younger age, so as people get older, the risks of heart disease increase. But guess what? 80% of all cardiovascular diseases are preventable only if we do our part. Like exercising, eating healthy, and not smoking, simple things can do wonders for our body. Our governments can do their part too. The World Health Organization says they should spend at least 5% of their GDP to bring down the cardiovascular death rates. But countries often don't hit the mark. The fact is, investing in healthcare saves lives. The evidence is indisputable. So it's time the world takes better care of its hearts.